I want to greet my viewers with another message from such a liberal psychologist like me, Mr. Armenak Nurjanyan. Actually, I have a bachelor degree in science of psychology with 3.45 GPA average. And actually, I want to contribute to development of science psychology, and as I read the book of Mr. Corey, Physiological Psychology, I found such a hearsay and false statements of this psychologist, Mr. Corey, that brain was using only glucose. He didn't prop up his argument with any supportive evidence, any supporting evidence whatsoever. And actually, his statement of Mr. Corey that brain use only glucose is, in my opinion, is untrue. My physiological hypothesis is that human brain uses not only glucose but also metabolism products of disintegration of digestion of proteins and carbohydrates, animal proteins, as building blocks to build new neurons. As brain cells have RNA and DNA mechanism. This mechanism allows genetic memory, chromosomes, string of chromosomes, and means of rebuilding tissues by mitosis, direct division of cells using a chromosome mechanism of RNA and DNA. As long as neurons have RNA, nucleus acid and DNA cells, they are capable of division, of building new cells, new neurons. So, brain as a gland, so has the capacity to rebuild itself only on condition that individuals don't abuse illegal substance, or don't smoke, or don't use alcohol, and consume lots of very helpful and useful for one's health fruits and vegetables, and also meat products. That way, brain uses process of metabolism or digestion of proteins, animal proteins, in order to rebuild its neurons. That way, the brain rejuvenates itself. And also, I believe that this particular narcomania, and which has been so evident in about 7% of American population, is caused mostly by homopathy and closely correlates with homopathy, a form of psychopathy, pathological loathing of our people and hatred of our people. Let's say hatred of people of different sexual orientation, national origin, ethnicity, race, sex, creed, marital status, and gender. I believe homopathy is a specific form of psychopathy, is a horrible disease which should be cured. And I address Mr. President Barack Obama in order to ask him to establish national mental health insurance and general health, physical health insurance, in order all American people will be able to go to a doctor of their choosing and treat their mental and physical diseases. And government is responsible for upholding human rights to medical treatment. Because poor Americans don't have any medical insurances, most of them couldn't afford buying one, as premiums always grew up, and government didn't regulate medical insurance, as corrupt Republican government only served the power of rich, not power of working class people. And I also believe that like some American Democrats like Edward Kennedy, who declared himself publicly being an enemy of working class Americans, at his press conference on C-SPAN a few years ago. I believe that that kind of elitarian long-term power usurper as Edward Kennedy, U.S. Senator from Massachusetts, is actually a bright example of what American congressmen should not be. I believe that we must of American Democrats who support human rights and support the right of public to have health care, universal health care. I believe universal health care is a major issue. Barack Obama should sign into a law, into a bill, presidential bill, to establish national medical health insurance which would cover doctors of mental health and physical health as well, and would be able to pay for all those diseases, all medical procedure, every single medical procedure, to expenses of federal taxpayers. We will actually correlate this measure with raising taxes against rich oil corporations who ripped off and robbed the American public by raising gasoline taxes to $4.35. Me personally, I lost about $20,000 in investment to MPC corporation, stock MPZ, New York Stock Exchange, as this corporation declared itself malevolent bankrupt and refused to pay any dividends or have any stock whatsoever, to rip off public corporations' coffers. And I claim that federal government should spend its $500 billion bailout to help some poor ruined investors like me, Mr. American Jim, to regain its money back, in their investments back, to get our investment back, because malevolent bankrupts such as Mr. Heroes, corporate CEO of MPC Corporation, they stole all my investments and other investors of millions of Americans as well. And federal government shouldn't actually condone this corruption and malevolent bankrupts. Federal attorneys should prosecute malevolent bankrupts in order to get back the investments of small investors. For instance, I had like 6,200 stock of MPZ at New York Stock Exchange, which I bought for $1.75. 1 year later, the corporation led by greedy Mr. Heroes declared itself bankrupt, malevolent bankrupt, and Mr. Heroes robbed all those funds and put them in his own pocket. And I believe that we must we small investors must resort to class lawsuits in order to restore, to bring back our money and sue those corporate CEOs for grand theft, fraud and grand theft and malevolent bankruptcy. In order to get back our investments. I believe that justice will prevail as new democratic government should pay back small investors for money being plundered by such imperials like Mr. Heroes and his MPC corporation.